Yeah, I'm gonna be real transparent. The internet does what it does sometimes, and you can't control who views it. The purpose of them viewing it, it just made me feel icky. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull back from posting those type of videos because of the response or the people who were viewing it. I hope this video makes it to YouTube.
I just don't wanna leave you. Might just go away the reasons why we both can't play here.
Hey y'all, hey, it's definitely been a minute. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl B, and I'm back with a long overdue video. If you were enjoying my Sunday fun day getting to know God videos, I'm sorry. I've been MIA for like a month or so. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but I feel like I just want to share with you guys today, and I'm hoping that God is leading me in this talk today, so that I can be transparent, that I can kind of spread his truth, and that's of my own opinion. And if you care to know why I've been away, I'll let you guys know in this video as well. And if this is your first video, then hey y'all, hey, firstly subscribe to the channel, and then secondly, you can check out the playlist of all of my getting to know God and what I've learned during my journey of getting to know God. I'll link it up here somewhere, and yeah, you could check out that playlist. But let's jump right into it. So the question that some of you may be asking, or none of you may be asking, is where have you been? What happened? In all honesty, I had to take a break because I felt like I was sharing God's message, and I put it in air quotes because I felt like I was being a little bit irresponsible in what I decided I wanted to do. It was more of a, I want to share this journey and I want to let everyone know what I've been experiencing when it came to God, and that's great. God definitely says speak of the wonderful things that he has done for us and share the good news. So that's not where, you know, I felt irresponsible. The area in which I felt a little irresponsible is that everything I was telling you guys were based on what I was going through in the moment, or what I've overcome, which again is not problematic. But when we tie it back to God's word and his truth and what he tells us about who we are, who we're supposed to be, and what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to share his word with truth, and we're supposed to tie it back to the Bible and kind of not conform it to what fits for us. We're supposed to speak the truth in a way that is truth in biblical text and how we are living out our lives through biblical text. And I feel like a lot of time there's a lot of us, or speak for myself, I feel like at times I was speaking the words of the Bible, but I was kind of misshaping it to kind of justify the things that I was going through, or justify the changes I was doing and how I was intending to work on myself, but not actually really looking at his word and really understanding what it meant to follow Christ and follow his word and try to live in his righteousness. So yeah, I had to pull back from that. In addition to that, it was more so of, okay, am I getting on here sharing these stories to make myself feel better, to get out my side of the story, so that people could kind of say, yeah, she got it together, or yeah, she's doing right. And I know I've said so many times that I'm not doing it right, but it's like, am I... Like, Bianna, do you want your channel to be dedicated to God and the greatness that he's doing in you, or do you want it to be dedicated to, you know, everything else? Not even about everything else, because I do want to incorporate those parts of my life into my channel. Like, I do like to shop, I do like to buy clothes, I love putting looks together, but again, it has to be enjoyable, it has to make sense. It can't be that I'm putting out all this content just because I want to become monetized, just because I want to, you know, hit that subscription and get those watch hours, and want people to like really like everything that I'm putting out there. Because I feel like a part of me, y'all, I'm gonna be real transparent, and again, I might not post this, but a part of me wants to, a part of me have always wanted to be accepted And I feel like it's no different here on YouTube. I feel like I want the people who are watching my content to really enjoy it and like it and indulge in it and really enjoy it. And it means that I'm going to put out whatever, or at the time it felt like I'm going to put out whatever I need to get that engagement and to make sure people are continuously watching my channels. And there's a specific type of video that I've posted. I probably have like 2, and innocently enough, when I first posted it, I did it because it was generally something I wanted to put out. Initially, why I did those videos, because like I said, I enjoy buying things and I enjoy trying it on. I enjoy giving reviews about it. But in the course of me posting those videos, I think the internet does what it does sometimes, and you can't control who views it and the purpose of them viewing it. And it just made me feel icky. Like, I was just like, no, I don't like that. Like, I literally had conversations about it with the people in my life, and they were like, well, that wasn't your intent for why you posted it. And shout outs to y'all for giving me grace, but it just, yeah, it just rubbed me the wrong way. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull back from posting those type of videos because of the response, or the people who were viewing it. So yeah, that was one thing. But I kept trying to put more videos like that out because it was high engagement, it got all the watch hours, but at what cost? Like, it didn't make me feel good. It actually made me feel like I was going against what God was telling me to do, especially like once I knew. Once you see God's way, you cannot turn back to your old way of life. And I've been fighting with that a little bit in like all areas of my life, but specifically here on YouTube, that is one of the areas where I was like, I can't do it. I can't. I really need to stop, take a break, and really focus on what kind of content I should be creating here on this channel. And going forward, that type of video specifically won't be on this channel at all. So yeah, that's another reason why I took a break. Another reason why I took a break, I felt like I need to serve more. And while YouTube did feel like a place or an area where I was serving, because I was talking about all the wonderful things that God does, which he does so much, I was lacking in actual serving and actually showing up at my local church to participate, to really, you know, be there and be in that space and want to contribute there. And then also showing up for the events that they held that take place to kind of help me build more of who I am, allow me to get more in tune with who Christ wants me to be and be in the body of Christ, than coming here on Sundays and speaking about all the greatness that God has presented me, but then failing to create community. So Sundays I used to rush back home to record the video to get it posted by 2, so the viewers could see it, and it just didn't feel good. I was like, Sundays I go to church. Sunday I don't want to be that person who just runs back home. I wanted to, even if I wasn't doing things with the church specifically, I was still building community with people who I go to church. Like, I go to church with my sister. I have a friend who we actually reunited through the church. So give me the space to actually meet up with her, hang out with her after church, allow me the opportunity to kind of replay the words that was shared during, you know, service, and actually communicate with those in my life to really kind of dissect what was learned and what was taught, and how it made me feel. I'm more in tune with doing that than just taking what I hear, applying it to the areas of my life where I feel like it does apply, and then that's it. Like, I am fully trying to really understand the Bible story for story, chapter for chapter, verse for verse, because it has an array of stories, and a lot of the times parts of it that don't speak to us, we kind of just like throw it to the side. But it's like, you really have to understand it. You have to understand the word. You have to understand the time and period that these words were written, and also understanding that these were real people. Like, I feel like sometimes we detach the fact that the Bible is kind of like a biography. It's real people speaking on real experiences that they are really going through or they really went through. And it's hard, like when you really sit and think about people coming in and taking over your land. Like, I'm not gonna get into that, but I feel like it's very telling of the world that we're in now. It doesn't change, so it's not like you can read those parts and kind of throw it to the wayside, or skip those parts of the Bible that aren't as warm and fuzzy and don't make you feel good. Like, no, I really have to read it and take time to again dissect it and realize like what God is capable of, because what he's done, he will continue to do. Nothing is new. He said that so many times throughout the Bible. Nothing is new. History repeats itself. And I just felt like, again, instead of reading the fun parts, which is mostly in the New Testament, now I gotta understand the First Testament and really understand what happened. And not for nothing, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I feel like it kind of ties back to that First Testament. Like, so many things are going wrong. There's so many wars, there's so many people fighting, there's so much evil in this world. And if you read the First Testament, you will kind of understand how it happened, why it happened, and what we need to do, put our faith in God. So yeah, I felt like I need to do my due diligence and really read the word and really understand it, instead of just taking one verse or two verses or a story that kind of correlates to what I'm experiencing, and really understand the text as a whole, the story as a whole, and then possibly come and share with you guys. I don't know, like I really don't know what's gonna come of this. I don't know when the next video is gonna be. I don't know anything, but I have peace in not knowing anything. I have peace in not forcing anything. I just really want to be the best person that I can be. I really want to see God in me and through me, but I want to be great to those people around me. I want to, like, it's so hard when people look at me. I want them to say, oh my gosh, she embodies what God has designed for us to look like, right? Like, ultimately, that would be great, right? But in addition to that, I really want to be that person that people can lean on, that people can depend on. I feel like I can be that. Part of me feels like that's what I'm called here to be. I'm called here to be a support system to other people, and I am trying to learn what that means, trying to learn how to be that to other people, because one of the things that's been standing out to me is God calls us to be like him. Jesus called us to be like him, for us to treat others the way that he treated. I'm going back and forth with God and Jesus because, you know, I interchanged those two words, but they both had a specific purpose. Jesus came here on this earth to show us what it's like to show grace, to be righteous, to love others wholly and fully, and serve others wholly and fully. And that is what I am trying to learn how to do, and do happily. Now, I'm working to do it, and sometimes it comes easy, it comes natural, but there are those moments where I'm like, I don't want to. And the only reason I don't want to is because it puts me at an inconvenience. But I have to start thinking, like, God is calling me to do this thing. I'm fully able and capable of serving people to this magnitude. And it's like, just because it's an inconvenience for me doesn't mean that I'm not meant to do it. So yeah, I'm just really trying to learn how to serve people as close to Jesus as possible, or mirror Jesus as much as I can as a human. And it doesn't just show up in sharing his good word on social media, using YouTube to kind of reiterate what everyone kind of knows. It's getting into the grind of it, showing up, hosting is something that I'm working on, and just showing up for friends and family, and also people I don't know, because it makes me feel good. Honestly, it truly makes me feel good those few times that I did help out strangers. And I'm not even talking about monetarily, like just doing something that helps other people literally warmed my heart. And I was like, this is what God is trying to show us, that by serving others, we're showing him love. And I don't know, in the Bible, I'm not sure where, but it says he who is the greatest is the least. So like, to be great in God's kingdom, you have to serve others, because serving wasn't above Jesus. Jesus literally washed his disciples' feet and said, if I can do this to you, this is what you are supposed to do to others, in my name, in my love of who I'm teaching you how to be. And that's literally just where I am. So again, I don't know where, I don't know what's next in terms of me being on YouTube, but I know what's next for me here in real life. And in real life, I want to show up and show out, and really just represent God to the best of my ability, and teach love and show forgiveness and honor, and just be a great person to the best of my ability. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video makes it to YouTube. And if not, y'all catch me at another time. And if so, if you watched it, made it to the end, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be back eventually, but I'll be back with a purpose. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.
'Cause all I wanna do